A few minutes ago, we were chatting with Mike Bender and Doug Chernak from America. They set up this website, awkwardfamilyphotos.com. Painful, regrettable, horrifying, awesome snaps of family bonding or otherwise. They are very, very amusing, and the photos have found their way into a book now called Awkward Family Photos. So maybe we should just offer a little bit of advice via Chris Barber, who's from Venture Photographers in Leamington Spa. Morning, Chris.
Morning, how you doing?
I'm very well. I don't know if you've seen any of these pictures, but they are pretty awful. You wonder what was going through people's minds, or indeed the photographers at the time of taking the pictures, but they are very amusing. But you must have had a few horrors in your time.
Well, yeah, I mean, we kind of focus on people's personalities, really, more than anything. But I've actually got the Awkward Photos website in front of me. And, quite shocking. I've got a very similar piece outside my office, actually. Yeah. It kind of reminds us of how not to do it, I guess, more than anything. So, good stuff.
I mean, some of them, where they've clearly gone to have the family photo taken. I mean, there's one here with a Cabbage Patch doll, and you think, what was the photographer thinking at that particular moment, that a Cabbage Patch doll next to a little girl would actually make a really beautiful picture?
Yeah, I guess it's more the style more than anything, though, isn't it? I mean, we get a lot of people bringing in personal items because it helps people relax. Yeah. And I've never seen a Cabbage Patch doll, I have to say.
And hopefully you never will.
Well, hopefully we never will. But we do get people bringing in their dollies and things like that, but it's only so it helps them relax, really, more than anything, to be honest. And
so, really, I suppose the bottom line question is how to get a good timeless photograph, and timeless is the key here, so that you look in a few years' time and you don't think, oh, what was I wearing, what was I looking like?
No shoulder pads, I think.
No shoulder pads is the first rule of thumb.
I think basically in Venture, all we try and do is capture people's personalities, and so we don't take pictures of what they look like, it's kind of who they are, and that's what makes pieces timeless.
How do you do that?
We get them interacting. So instead of them looking in the camera and saying cheese with a mottled background, it's a nice, clear, crisp background of whatever kind of style you want. We tend to use white because it's just timeless that way. But it's then just about interaction. So in a big group, everybody tends to look in the camera, but actually if they look at each other and just have a bit of a mess around, you get much more natural kind of personalities coming across, and that's what it's about, really.
Do you know what? Artists have been doing that for centuries, though, haven't they? Where they you have a wonderful group scene of characters in an oil painting, and they're not just all staring out of the canvas. They are looking at each other and interacting.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's capturing that kind of that relationship, especially between families, really. People don't traditionally just sit down and just stare at outside of things. They talk and they interact, and that's why we try and do it like that, because it's a proper piece of artwork, just like Rembrandt and pieces like that, really.
Chris, are they not, though, tempted to, they think, oh, I'm having my photo, we must all laugh and cheer and be very happy together, when actually in real life they're right miserable so-and-so.
Well, that's the thing, but, that's the guys that were on earlier, they were saying that's what family dynamics are like, and, people want to portray you being really, really happy in a loving family, but, kids don't always get on, but if you can capture that at that moment in time, then that also tells a story, and it's all about telling a family story, I guess.
So top tips, your 3 top tips for taking a group photo.
Right, 3 top tips, blimey. I would say the first one is interact, don't look at the camera.
Yeah.
Second one is shoot higher than the nose, because then it'll always make everyone look at that a little bit thinner.
What do you mean, shoot higher than?
It's higher than the nose, so get the camera above eye level.
Right.
That's the best way of doing it, because then it kind of slims the face. And there's a really top tip, and I hope some of you listeners...
I must remember that tip.
Well, there's an even better one.
Go on, then.
Not many people know this. If you get your tongue and you put it at the top of your mouth, it automatically gets rid of any double chin.
So we're going to do that permanently now.
People do that if they look in the mirror, and it's amazing the difference it makes. So if you do that, then everybody looks really thin.
So just coming back to the one about the nose, if you're going to shoot above the nose, so do you
higher than the eyes, basically?
Shoot higher than the eyes, so you need to be on a stepladder or something?
Or
on a box or something.
Or they can sit down, maybe.
Yeah.
So, but either way, then you get above the chin, effectively, because that's most people are worried about what they look like, and the trick is to capture what they're all about as opposed to what they look like.
Roof on the tongue on the roof of the mouth.
I know, it's a good one, is that? I don't know how many people know that, but now hopefully a few more do. So.
Chris Barber, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Thank you. Chris Barber from Venture Photographers in Leamington Spa. It was the first company apparently not to take traditional portrait photographs, for people coming in saying, we want our photos taken, please, for posterity. Practice that. Tongue on roof of mouth, rids of double chin. 6 minutes to 12 already, good heavens.